Is Joe Manchin being naive? Well, first of all, let me spoil that for you. No, he's incredibly corrupt and he's lying to you. But if he actually believed what he says he believes, is he being naive? Let's see.
I'm not being naive. I think he's 100% wrong in trying to block all the good things that we're trying to do for America. We get a lot better if we had participation, and we're getting participation. But when it comes time to final vote, I disagree with Leader McConnell on this, the minority leader on this issue, that he puts politics before the policies that I think we need for our country. I'm going to continue to keep working with my bipartisan friends, and hopefully we can get more of them.
Okay, so he was teed up there by being reminded that McConnell had said he is laser focused on blocking 100% of the Joe Biden agenda. So, and Joe Manchin just acknowledged he puts politics before policy. Well, first of all, he's not interested in it's not really before. He doesn't want the policies either, but he is just doing this politically. So again, I feel like every time Joe Manchin speaks, he proves why he's wrong, but you end the statement with him still believing an insane, stupid, corrupt thing. It's incredibly frustrating. He keeps making the argument for why his approach makes no sense, and yet he will keep making it.
I mean, again, look, West Virginia does have a really incredible grassroots, like progressive, movement going on in there. I mean, this is a state that has been completely devastated by, like mining and all kinds of just the ways that like they could use green jobs, they could use Medicare for all of those things. And I just think it's a battleground. I think it is a battleground. I'm excited for what happens next and who is gonna unseat this a-hole. But it might take a while. And yes, we will. I really am sad that we can't have nice things in this country and that we can't just get like, what about a Green New Deal and what about Medicare for all? But sadly, it's just basically the right to vote is kind of like where we're at.
Yeah, the most fundamental thing. And the thing is like, look, we can't just wait for virtually anything because waiting is fine for people like Joe Manchin, but waiting for things like reform to the cost of education, to healthcare, things like that. The people who are suffering while you're waiting they're not just cool afterward. That's not how it works. But lurking in the background, as I've always said, is it's obviously, as you alluded to with your comment on the Green New Deal, it's the climate crisis. So like, oh well, I mean, we fought all this time and now finally the Democrats are in charge, but it's not good enough. I guess in 4 and 8 years we'll give it another go. Okay. And we'll be fighting over bullets and water in the desert. That's where we'll be. So that's fun. That's cool.
We could go on forever about this, but it's exactly right. Like Joe Manchin, this is a state with the infrastructure bill that do you think we're gonna pass? No, and if they do pass it, it is gonna be like $500 million and literally nothing about climate change, but arguably a state like West Virginia would disproportionately benefit because of the investment around green jobs, because of the investment around a transition away from fossil fuels, and also investments in education that come along with it, not to mention the families, the American Families Plan. So it is, again, I don't know what Biden's doing. I don't know what Kamala Harris is doing. I don't know why there is not like, again, just a giant campaign effort within West Virginia itself to get the voters to turn on him.
Yeah. And I don't know how that's gonna end up working. I mean, I don't know what candidate, because like you'll get a great candidate that theoretically would not only like better represent West Virginia, but would have a much better chance of, like for instance, a candidate that would actually allow Joe Biden's agenda to have a vote. And if they were to primary him, Joe Biden would campaign against the challenger. He would campaign to protect Joe Manchin. The DNC, the DLC, all of those groups would fight to protect Joe Manchin from the primary.
At this point, you think? At this point, really?
I mean, they don't seem nearly bothered enough by him. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.